Hello, my name is Kevin Woodson. I'm a medical doctor at Prelude AI. Prelude AI is a platform that allows you to create and use AI assistants that can interact with patients by taking a clinical history using either voice or text and then writing medical documentation. They're highly customizable to different workflows, clinical scenarios, settings, and medical documentation formats. So in this video, I'll show you how you can make your own custom AI assistants for clinical use if you want. So to make your own, you just in the platform, you just go over here and you click AI Assistant. You click Create New AI Assistant, and so you have to fill out some obvious things like the name. This will be visible to the patients as well. The description. This will also be visible to the patients. A branded link. So each AI assistant gets its own link. So it'll be in the format of hiprelude.com/, whatever you want it to be, and then you can upload a little logo or image. Um, then you get to the part which is kind of the meat of it, which is the instructions. So you have the first message. So that's just whatever you want the AI assistant to say immediately upon starting the conversation. There's a default written here, which is just like, "Hello, I'm an AI assistant," and so forth. You can change this if you want, and then there's the prompts. So prompts in AI, in the world of AI, are basically just instructions written in plain English that you want the AI to follow. So you write them in this. It's not like computer code or something like that. It's not like that at all. It's just instructions written in plain English. So there's some built-in ones that you can choose from, and also you can make your own. So say we're gonna make one, and it's gonna be we want to make. Say we're doing like hair loss, and we're gonna prescribe finasteride or something. So we could make our own prompt for that. And as you could see, there's two different types of prompts. There's the interview prompt, which pretty much gives instructions for how you want the AI to talk to the patient in the conversation aspect of it. And then there's the note writer prompt, which pretty much is more or less a template for how you want the note to look like, if you want it to look like a history and physical or a progress note or whatever you want. It's completely flexible. So you those take the form essentially of a template, and you can give it detailed instructions for how exactly you want it to write the note. So let's go ahead and just make a prompt. So we're going to make an interview prompt, and it's going to be, let's say, for hair loss or something. Like, so we'll just call it hair loss interview prompt. And it has basically some boilerplate here that's pre-filled, which is just in general instructions that give the AI assistant the gist of what you're doing. So, role, you're an AI medical assistant. Your role is to gather detailed information. Communication, ask their age and gender. Keep the messages short and simple. Only ask one question at a time. If they mention a medication, clarify like the dose and frequency and what to say at the end, and so on and so forth. Emergency, if they say I'm having chest pain or stroke symptoms, it'll refer them to the emergency room. So anyway, so that I recommend you pretty much just leave this what I call boilerplate in place, and then there's custom instructions. So for this, we could say, say we're gonna do hair loss. So you're an AI medical assistant. Your role is to gather detailed information for a healthcare provider to review. You could write like the goal of the conversation is to see if the patient is a good candidate for a hair loss medication. And so you could write for custom instructions, you could write, say we're just going to have like a simple list of questions, like 10 questions in a row. Ask the patient the following questions. This might work fine for something like hair loss. Okay, so now we're going to put 10 questions, ChatGPT, and we're going to write a simple list of 10 questions that you could ask a patient before prescribing a hair loss medication like finasteride. Okay, here's 10 questions. And of course, you could edit these, review them as much as you want. just going to paste it there. And so there is the prompt. And of course, you can edit these questions or you can do absolutely whatever you want. Okay, so now we're going to make an AI assistant. So we're going to call it hair loss assistant. This AI assistant will assess if you're a good candidate for a hair loss medication. And so we're just going to make it hair loss. So it'll be hyperlude.com/hair loss. And you could put like your brand name in the link if you want. First message: hello and welcome. I'm an AI medical assistant. The goal of this conversation is to collect some information for a healthcare provider to review. Let's just write in order to see if you are a good candidate for a hair loss medication. Okay, so interview prompt. So we made the hair loss one. We just called it hair loss. And for the template, we'll just use the standard history and physical. So we create the AI assistant. It asks which of your staff do you want to be able to like see the notes generated from this. So I'll just put myself, and I have a made up practice manager here. I'll put her, and then who do you want to receive email notifications when someone fills out, when someone interacts with the agent. So I'll just put myself. So I would receive an email every time someone completes it. Oh yeah, I didn't put a logo. Okay, now we have a logo. So, like I was saying, you pretty much get this like a branded link. So I decided to make it just hair loss, hair underscore loss. So if you copy and paste this, you can see this is the agent. So you could give this link to patients, and any after they interact with it, any notes it generates will pop up in this AI visit section here. Uh, so yeah, all they would do is they would type in their name and contact information. They can interact with it using voice or text, and it will do a lot of work for you and make your life hopefully easier. So yeah, so that's how that works. If you want to see what the note writing prompts look like, they essentially look like like a template. So this one is called history and physical. So you can see it's like chief complaint. That should say history, present illness, past medical history, blah blah blah, and then in brackets here you can write like instructions like list the medications including dosage and frequency, etc. And so say the initial visit for GLP-1s. Let's see. So I have a history and physical here. So determine if they qualify for GLP-1. It'll say like you can give it pretty detailed instructions like if they have a BMI of 30 or higher, they qualify, or if it's 27 or above with at least one related condition, they qualify. So you can have it do sort of like some processing for you as well. So anyway, that's how it works. So in 5 minutes, you can make your own AI assistant that can streamline a process for you. It can be something specific and niche like hair loss or weight loss or whatever you want, or it could be something very general like just general urgent care where it just is wide open. They can come up and say, "I have foot pain," or "I need a refill of a medication," or "I have a headache," or whatever it is, and it can even handle those visits quite well as well. So anyway, yeah. So that's pretty much how the platform works. That's the main gist of it. You can also add some staff so people in your organization can log in and you can assign them to the assistants so they can see the notes that are generated. Um, you can have an organization page where it also gets its own custom link. So here's an example of that. So it just shows some of our assistants. So you could give this link to people. Like this is a practice called QB Health, like telemedicine. And they can click whichever assistant that they need. They can look at you can have your own little page here if you want, with some information about you. I hope that's clear. If not, just let me know. Thanks.